Well, it is still Friday morning broadcast of our programs today being Friday. Thank God it's Friday, 21st of February 2020, and it is still Flow 94.9 FM. This is the flow of God's own state. Well, it is the pinnacle of all discussions, the discussion segment of the morning spice. This is the platform on Flow 94.9 FM. My name is Michael Oni. Now, this morning, we're focusing on Abia State. I do have the Honorable Commissioner for Information in Abia State right here. He's a guest on the program this morning, Chief John Okiyikalu. It's good to have you join us this morning on the program, Honorable Commissioner.
Good morning, Mike, and good morning, wonderful people of Abia State.
All right. Thank you very much for being part of the program. We'll begin with the ESCO meeting that took place yesterday. It was a very long meeting. Journalists waited to get the outcome, and hopefully you will brief us this morning on the program the outcome of that meeting, what was deliberated on during the meeting period.
Indeed, it was a very long one. We reviewed...
I think the longest ever.
No, not
okay.
Quite the longest, because I remember there was one in November that lasted till 7 p.m. This one started by 12 and lasted till 6:30 p.m.
All right, also very long. So we want to know the details. What was what were those things agreed on during the meeting?
ESCO reviewed recent events in the state.
Okay.
And resolved as follows, including that Abia State Independent Electoral Commission should immediately provide details of the cost and required logistics support to conduct local government elections in all the 17 LGAs of the state on or before September 30th, 2020.
Okay.
Council also applauded the efforts of security agencies in the state in ensuring the maintenance of prevailing peace and tranquility in the state. Council restated its determination to ensure that no ongoing project of the administration is abandoned. Council directed the State Ministry of Housing to ensure that the new government house at Ogrube layout is ready for commissioning before the end of year 2020, which means that we are preparing to relocate the government house to the permanent site at Ogrube layout. Council reviewed ongoing road projects in the state and urged the State Minister of Works to ensure that the current dry weather window is maximized to deliver as many projects as possible. Indeed, Council applauded the implementation of Abia Road, the quality of work going on at Asuso Road, the work going on at Afibeji, and the work done at Obikabia Road. Council also applauded the quality of work being done at Ezuku Road. We reviewed all our road projects, including Abrebankporo Road. Council gave directives on how to manage other projects within this dry weather window, including Abreba Ring Road project and other projects that this administration wish to actualize within this year 2020. Council applauded the State Ministry of Finance for stabilizing salary payments before the end of every month, as well as successfully negotiating and paying the new minimum wage to Abia workers, and urged the sustenance of the progress made so far. Indeed, Council took note of the fact that pensioners have been paid twice, but insisted that pensioners should be paid whenever we are paying other workers.
Okay.
Council directed the immediate commencement of drains desilting.
Okay.
That is desilting gutters in Abia and Omo here, and urged the relevant agencies involved in the beautification of EC Gate and Omo Hill median area in Abia to accelerate the ongoing work and revert back to council with results in the next 30 days.
Okay. Well, Honorable Commissioner, it looks like the state government will not meet up with the ultimatum given by the Oppositional Progressives Congress in Abia State because the opposition.
I am still on the.
Okay, on the resolution.
On the resolution.
All right.
Council directed the expansion of coverage of the street lighting project in Abia and Umuahia to ensure that high population density areas like the World Bank area, Abama, and so on, that they are adequately covered in this second phase. Council recommended that local governments in the state endeavor to construct hostels at Nsulu Games Village for the purposes of empowering people of that local government that will be involved in our various sports development efforts. Council directed the State Minister of Women Affairs to ensure early completion of the rehabilitation home for destitute and physically challenged persons with a view to removing them from the streets, taking them to where we can adequately rehabilitate them, teach them new skills, provide educational facilities. Indeed, Council directed Abia State Universal Basic Education Board to ensure that at least 2 classroom blocks are located around the current place where we are doing the rehabilitation home. Council approved the setting up of a committee to review the operation of international glass industry, which some say is moribund, and the committee members include the Secretary to State Government, the Commissioner for Trade and Investment, and the Commissioner for Industry as members of that committee. Council was also briefed on progress made with regards to resuscitating International Equitable Association Aba in partnership with the private sector owners, and Council is satisfied with the effort made by the Ministry of Industry in Abia State so far in that regard. And Council urged that all parties involved negotiate and ensure that that valuable industry is returned back to full functionality. Council directed all tricycle operators in the state to use only approved Abia colors as directed by the Minister of Transport or face appropriate sanctions. Indeed, the security agencies in the state are hereby urged to interdict, starting from next week, any keke operator that is not using the officially approved Abia color. Council approved the setting up of a state-owned laboratory for industries in the state. Indeed, we are planning 2 laboratories that can review the quality of products made in Abia State, including agro-allied products and other products that are coming out from the industries we have in Abia State. Council expressed support for the school sports program that is starting February 28th, and urge all private and public schools in the state to participate in that program. Council also reviewed the Obanankata, Umuahia, and Ozuitem water projects and urged the Minister of Public Utilities to ensure early delivery of the projects. Finally, Council directed the immediate design and implementation of a new bridge across Aba Waterside River from the Immaculate Street Omongase axis to Ruruka Road to provide alternative access to Obo Hill area of Aba, which means we are trying to further ventilate Aba in such a manner that rather than everybody moving to Obo Hill through Waterside, which leads to congestion. If we do the bridge across Immaculate, people can then move through there to Ruruka Road and even leave Aba or come into the other side of Aba, the Oshomazis of Aba, through that road. So Council has directed the Ministry of Works to do the design and also commence implementation of that project.
All right, the council decided on so many things yesterday, so many things, but I would like to take you on some of those things you read this morning on some of the resolutions made by the council yesterday. You said that the council directed the Abia State Independent Electoral Commission to, bring out the cost of the local government to conduct local government elections before September 2020. Honorable Commissioner for Information, APC, that's the opposition party, one of the oppositions in Abia State, issued a statement and gave the government, Abia State government, an ultimatum of 3 months to conduct local government elections. Meanwhile, political watchers.
And after the ultimatum has expired, what will happen?
Nobody
gave this government any ultimatum in 2016 when we conducted local government elections.
Okay.
Other states did not do that. We decided to conduct local government election this time because we think that there is a small funding window that we can use to do it. It's all about funding.
Okay.
These things cost money, and that funding will be done by the state, not by the local government. We are conducting local government elections. Sometimes you people cry about local government funds. We are conducting local government elections, but the state is going to pay. And I am sure that those who want to give ultimatum do not understand that there are processes involved in conducting local government elections.
Okay,
including
Honorable Commissioner, let me read out the exact words as released by the State Publicity Secretary of APC, Comrade Benedict Govt. He said that he accused Abia State government of using transition committee system as a platform of settling cronies and political associates, and also said that the PDP-led government in the state was afraid that they would lose the council areas to APC, and boasted that the party will sweep the poll if the state government decides to hold local government election in the state.
Wow.
So those are the exact words.
Number one, let me ask him if he's aware that all APC states, none of them have conducted council elections. But that doesn't matter to us. We are not led by others, we lead others. The fact is that council has directed APSEC to produce the timetable for the election, the costs associated with the election, and indeed give the mandatory notice that is required by our constitution, by our laws. There are notices that must be issued, including the period drawing up the timetable for people to begin to canvass, when you should submit your forms, and the rest of it. So that has been done, which is to give them the necessary leverage to commence that process. As per winning council election or not winning council election, until that day, I am sure that those in PDP, they are confident that they are on the ground in all the 294 wards of this state, so they will not be bothered with such things. It is good to talk until that day.
All right. The council also directed that no ongoing project should be abandoned. Now, I would like you to brief us on and give the Abians listening now update on infrastructural issues. A lot has been said, especially on the social media. I know that you're very, very active on your various social media platforms, Honorable Commissioner, and you've seen when the government is being dragged, especially as far as the bridge, the Osisioma bridge there in Aba is being concerned, and some of the roads also being constructed by this administration.
What are they saying?
They're saying that
they don't like Aba.
It is taking time. It's taking a whole lot of time.
Yes, if that is the case, then I think they should understand that there is a new order in place.
Okay.
You see, most of our people are used to Ozugbo Road. By Ozugbo Road, I mean those roads constructed within 2 weeks. I'm sure you know, if even Benedict of APC will confirm to you, that in the past, under the 1999 to 2007 administration, Abia Road here would have been constructed in maximum of 2 weeks. Maximum of 2 weeks. And then the first lane will sweep off the road, and then contracts will be re-awarded, and so on and so forth. But if you look at the quality of work we took time to do around Abia Road, you will understand why it is necessary to take time and good effort to do every road project in such a manner that succeeding administrations will not have to reconstruct those roads. At best, they will maintain. Can you imagine that we have the same quality of road that you currently have at Abia Road all over Abia? As regards the Osioma flyover, those who are saying that it has taken too long, they have the right to say so. But I want to ask them, before the coming of Governor Ikpeazu, where did you experience flyover construction in Abia State to know how long it takes? You see, this is the first administration that is doing a flyover. And we thank God that it is moving well. I was there the other day, and I've seen that the riser has gone up, and they are still working even today. We will not be rushed into delivering a project that will fail a year after or 2 years after. We want to build roads that will last. That is what this administration wants to be remembered with. That is why we are not just constructing Fox Road. We are doing a massive flood control project around Fox Road so that the road will not fail again.
Some critics of this government will come out and say, well, compare Abia State with Ebonyi State. That Ebonyi State has completed 3 flyovers when Abia State is still on one.
Let me respond to those critics and say that Abia State has a wage bill of about 2.5 billion monthly. Ebonyi has 900 million monthly. If you combine the wage bill of Anambra and Ebonyi, it's not up to the wage bill of Abia State. Let me respond to those critics and say to them that if we reduce our wage bill to 900 million, we will have 1.6 billion monthly in savings. And over a 48-month period, we would have constructed 20 flyovers. 20, not 3. Now, having said that, it is my own way of saying that every regime looks at the environment where they are operating and decides on development priorities. For the Ebonyi administration in 1999 to 2007, led by Sam Egwu, the priority was education. Do you understand? So he invested in education resources, or what basically trying to get the right quality of teaching staff and infrastructure for education. Now, in this current administration, we are happy to first and foremost prioritize the welfare of our workers, along with infrastructure development, education, agriculture, and other pillars of this administration. We are not exactly at the same development stage with our neighboring states. So every state is free to choose its own development paradigm and move in that direction. I applaud the administration in Ebonyi State for the work they are doing at Abakaliki. For another administration, like the administration of P2B, his priority was to link up rural roads in Anambra State. Every administration will have its priority. Ours is first and foremost to reclaim Aba and Umuahia, our capital cities, while at the same time pursuing other development areas. We have planted 4 million tenera seedlings. No other government administration in Nigeria, not Southeast, has done as much as half of that. But we've done that with our eyes on the future. This administration has constructed 359 new classroom blocks. No other administration in Nigeria that came alongside Governor Ikpeazu has done that. This administration has functionalized 4 new general hospitals. I don't know how many have been done by other states. Okay. This administration is actively pursuing Enyimba Economic City project, which has in view the employment of 700,000 Abians over a period of 10 years. I don't know if there is any other Southeast state that has inland port and free trade zone license. So my point is this: people must realize that the development paradigm in Abia State should not be the same in Imo State. When you look at your area, this administration has Umuahia, 2 cities to develop. That might not be the same with the administration in Imo State. The administration in Imo State might focus on Owerri alone. Now, if we concentrate the activities, for instance, the road you have in Umuahia, if our problem is Umuahia alone, and we do that road, and we are doing the flyover we are doing in Aba, all the road projects we've done in Aba, we do all of it in Umuahia. You will be shouting that Umuahia we have done massively. But because we've had to be spread thin for us to be able to meet the development needs of our people in those two cities and also engage at rural level, we are doing the finest road you can ever see in Abia North, and that is the Abreba and Kporo Road. We have done a road in Umuahia that nobody is giving us credit for. If you go and look at the Osa Umuagrisimbu Road, that's one of the most beautifully constructed roads anywhere in the world. Yet nobody is giving us credit. Well, we are not looking for credit. We expect to do more. We know that our people want us to do much more. They carefully selected Governor Kizie Ikpeazu, knowing that he is a man who will not listen to noise, but will focus on doing the right thing for the greatest number of Abians. So please invite critics to continue to criticize, because talk is cheap, while we continue to reconstruct the infrastructure in Abia State, while we continue to deliver an educational system that has maintained first position back to back for 4 years. Which other state is doing that?
All right, it is still the platform, Friday edition right here on Flow 94.9 FM, and our guest is the Honorable Commissioner for Information, Chief John Okiyekalu. And we're taking a look at what the ESCO decided on yesterday during the ESCO meeting, the state executive meeting yesterday. Now, Honorable Commissioner, when you were giving update on the infrastructural issues, you mentioned the Enyimba Economic City, the multi-million-dollar economic city initiative of this government in partnership with some international bodies, and that already has the nod of the federal government. But some communities in Asa Clan of the West Local Council area of the state have accused the state government of using intimidation and force to acquire their land for Enyimba Economic City development. I'm sure you're aware of that report.
This administration will not use intimidation and force to acquire any land belonging to our people in Okwa.
Okay.
We are aware of what happened between the managers of Enyimba Economic City, who were legitimately invited to come and survey a particular portion of land. And at the end of the day, we had skirmishes leading to the unfortunate and sad loss of one life. We sympathize and condole with the family, friends, and the community for the loss of that life. We do not think that anything we want to do as a government or as a people is worth the loss of any human being's life. So we are saddened by the news of the loss of that particular individual. We want to assure our people that we will not, under any circumstance, use intimidation, use force to take any land for development purposes. Here is what I know. Enyimba Economic City belongs to the people donating land. They have shares in Enyimba Economic City. All the communities where Enyimba Economic City is located, they have 4% shares in that project, which means that forever and ever, generations afterwards, they will continue to enjoy from the good fortunes of Enyimba Economic City.
Okay.
Land giving was voluntary, remains voluntary. For those who wish to opt out, it still remains voluntary. They can opt out. If you don't want the development to come to your place, no problem. Maybe you will watch your neighbors will get involved, and then you will see development around your neighborhood, and maybe then you will learn whether you've done the right thing, made the right decision for your people or not. But I want to assure the good people of Abia State that under no guise will this administration take our people's land with force. Okay. Even though we are aware that the 1976 Land Use Act vests ownership of land on the state governor and the state government, we still think that if we need land for purposes of development, it's something that we can discuss amicably with our people, and in fact it is our duty to protect their interests. That was why we said to the drivers of Enyimba Economic City that we don't want you to just pay compensation to our people. We want our people to be part of it. Okay. I remember Professor Maxwell Obolu was at Aso Rock with us when the president and the presidency endorsed Enyimba Economic City. In fact, you need to know that the federal government invested in 20% of the shares of Enyimba Economic City. So please, people should disabuse their mind on whether we are taking land by force from anybody. We won't do that. This is a responsible administration.
Let's talk about security in Abia State. We have so many issues to talk about as far as security is concerned. The recent burial of the father and mother of the IPOB leader, Nnamdi Kanu, was successful at the end of the day, despite all the doomsday prediction, despite the prediction and some of the reports on the social media. How did the state government manage?
Let me use this opportunity to thank security agencies in the state, especially the men of the Nigerian police force led by the able and hardworking CP Ene Okon. Let me also congratulate our people, the people of Afaruku Kingdom, especially those of Isiama Faruku, Okulaga Faruku, and the other part of Afaruku, for giving our late Eze a befitting traditional burial. I want to also congratulate the family of Eze Kanu for giving their father and their mother befitting burials. What the government did was merely to supervise from behind the scene and make sure that this burial was done successfully, as you've said, and more importantly, that no life was lost.
Okay.
As an administration, our objective has always been to save lives. Even during the previous crisis involving members of IPOB, our focus was on saving lives. Whenever any Abia life is endangered, this administration will make conscious efforts to save life. And we are happy that our efforts during the burial paid off. And we want to congratulate everybody involved, including those who attended, for conducting themselves well. But again, most importantly, we want to congratulate and thank God Almighty for ensuring the maintenance of peace and tranquility in Abia State. All those who came for the burial traveled home safely. We have not received any report of...
Honorable Commissioner, you're giving appreciation. How did you manage it? It's actually a huge task. I'm so interested in how the state government managed.
I know why you're asking this question.
Okay.
I know why, because even you must have been surprised with the role we played in terms of stabilizing the situation. Of course, you know that the governor was there a day to the burial.
I'm aware
You
of
also
that.
know that it is the governor that is doing that road. You see, it is a process that started long ago. When they lost their parents, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu wrote to the governor informing him of the death of his father. The governor responded with an official condolence letter, and from that point, the governor gave directives to different individuals and groups and then security agencies in the state to ensure that we have a smooth burial devoid of violence. We all work together, and I don't think it is right for me to sit down here and tell the whole world what we did. The most important thing is that our efforts was blessed by God Almighty, and we have the outcome that we have. And again, we want to restate our support to everyone who was involved, and then we say to them, thank you very much for doing the good work. We will continue to shame the naysayers, those who will Facebook somewhere in China. Instead of worrying about coronavirus, they will tell you how soldiers have invaded Afaruku. Those of them who will be in Lagos and Abuja and will tell you what exactly is happening in front of my house without being here. We will continue to put them to shame. I am sure that many of them are angry that their doomsday prediction didn't come to pass. These are the same people that will keep badmouthing Abia everywhere they go. If you tell them that Aba Road has been fixed, they will say, no, it's not true. But they don't even know where is Aba Road.
But we still have a security situation at hand here, Honorable Commissioner. The recurring crisis between Isu people, Obarochuku, and their Cross River State neighbors in Biase local government area of Cross River State.
Yes.
It's a very recurring issue, and lives being lost almost on a weekly basis. Unfortunate incident.
It's unfortunate. The governor of Abia State met with his counterparts in Cross River State, Professor Ben Ayede. They have discussed the crisis at that level, and the deputy governor is also preparing to meet with his counterpart. But what we have done right now is, as an administration, we gave a patrol vehicle to the security agencies there, but we are moving further to construct a mobile police post, a full-fledged mobile police barracks around the area to safeguard the life of our people. We want to call for calm. The government is mobilizing relief materials to send to those who were affected.
Okay.
We want to urge everyone to make sure that you do not do anything that will lead to further exacerbation of the crisis.
Okay. What about the rising spate of kidnapping in Isikwato local government area of Abia State?
I don't know how isolated incidents amount to rising spate. You know, you journalists, they are very brilliant. Your English language is better than mine. We had an isolated incident there involving about 4 persons, including somebody I know very closely, a member of the People's Democratic Party there. But I am aware that all 4 of them are free now. How they regain their freedom is not for me to discuss on air. But the governor directed during the security meeting of last week that security agents, especially the police and the army, set up interdiction points around the area that is affected by the Gully erection. I understand that those people are operating around there. In fact, security agencies are already combing the bush around there. They are looking for the perpetrators. It is not a rising. It's not a rising. It is
okay.
What happened can be said to be isolated, but we are confident that with the measures put in place, it will not happen again. What is important is vigilance.
Okay.
When new people come into your community, please let the locals monitor the activities. If you are not satisfied, report to the police or report to the Ministry of Homeland Security or report to any government official you know, so that we can get this information and flush out those people from that area. When people come into a community, I'm from Abia. If you, Mike Oni, a journalist, if you enter Abia right now, I will get a report in less than 30 minutes on your movement. That's the security structure put in place by the Nachoken of Abia. It's not the government security structure. His Royal Majesty Eze Kalu Obu set up that structure along with his council members. And I am telling you that if you enter Abia right now that I'm sitting on radio here, maximum 30 minutes, I will have your picture and I will have information that a strange person entered Abia. Talk more of you going there to roam about with arms.
Okay, let's connect this particular security situation to community policing. It looks like the Southeast governors came up and said, well, community policing decided by the Nigeria Police Force is the way forward, which is quite different from what was agreed in the southwestern part of the country.
What did the Southwest agree on?
Operation Amotekun.
No, it is semantics. Amotekun is community policing.
But it's different from the Nigerian Police Force. It's a different entity
what do you understand
on
by
its
community
own.
Policing? Community policing is just where communities like Abia support the police and other security agencies to police their area. How do they do it? They do it by reporting crime and by arresting criminals and handing them over to the police. It is exactly what Amotekun is doing.
But many are asking that there should be a code-named operation in the southeast like the one done by the southwestern governors.
You see, maybe our brothers in the west like noise more than us in the east. Maybe they have the instrument to make noise. more than us. The fact of the matter is that Abia, what they planned was community policing, which they could name and which they pursued wrongly. In the southeast, we started this whole thing before them and pursued it the right way, which is to go to your individual states, make laws, relevant laws, empowering those people you are hiring, and then come to the center. When you get to the center, integrate. What they sold to the people was that they are going to do this Amotokun that will be uniformed officers carrying arms, chasing Fulani herdsmen here and there. But that's exactly what the reverse of what they had in mind, if you ask me. Because you cannot do that in a federal republic. Whatever policy you want to put in place must align with the existing constitution. The constitution is clear on whose duty it is to police the nation. And in this case, whether you call it Amoteku or you call it Abia State Homeland Security or Forest Guard in Enugu, the bottom line is that it is community policing.
Okay.
So please don't let them deceive everybody with all these semantics. The Amoteku, Homeland Security, Bakassi Boys, and so on and so forth. Community policing. In fact, we are even far advanced more than Amotekun.
All right.
Because we have the vigilante services law here, which armed men of the Abia vigilante services. I hope you are aware of that.
Okay.
They don't have that.
Okay. The council. Well, it is still the platform right here on Flow 94.9 FM. I will quickly get reactions. We have so many other things to talk about as time will permit on the program this morning. The platform Friday edition right here on Flow 94.9 FM. And our guest is the Honorable Commissioner for Information in Abia State, Chief John Okiyekalu. He has responded to so many issues this morning. Of course, I will open the phone lines right now for you to participate. It's 0808 182 6949, 0811 605 2949. Also drop messages on 0906 510 8289. You have just 45 seconds to make your statement. Hello, good morning to you. Hello, good morning. Okay, we have to move on. Hello, good morning to you.
Yeah, good morning, Michael. Good morning, Honorable Commissioner for Information, Chief John Okiyekalu, JOK.
Good morning, sir.
Welcome.
There's two things, out of everything, out of all the whole resolution that you people had yesterday, there's two things that gladdens my heart. One is to have the local government election. To be honest with you, from Okeze passing his first tenure, he did it. Now, he's planning towards this again. So, they had whatever they feel that is their problem. So look at this and focus so that they get against the threat. Secondly, the about to be honest with you, I schooled in Omahia, I grew up in Omahia, and I know how many governments that has been that about it. But if you go there now and see the kind of policy role that was done by Govt. Kezipas, you will know indeed that this man knows his onion. I expect the citizens to do their own part. There are some certain places in that same about that people are dumping refuse, and it's not meant to be so, especially at the drainage system that was just built in sort of 6 months.
All right,
refuse to block those drainages. They should please stop it.
Okay,
and,
your time is up.
Agency that will be monitoring these things, sir.
Okay, thank you very much. The Honorable Commissioner wants to respond.
Thank you very much, Chidebere. I think I align with the last part of your presentation. These roads have been done. It is the duty of our people to protect these roads from the elements of the weather, including rains.
Okay.
If you clog gutters and flood water comes, water will take out anything on its path. Please stop throwing dirt into gutters. It is evil. It is bad. It is terrible. You are hurting yourself. And please stop doing those things that you will do, and that road will rapidly deteriorate. Let me also challenge the opposition in Abia State to please visit Aba Road Umuahia and issue press statement as usual. If not for any other thing, issue press statement and appreciate the governor of Abia State for delivering a high quality road. Also visit the Osa Umuagisingo project along with the erosion mediation effort at Umuagisingo, and also issue press statement. There is nothing wrong with you congratulating your governor or expressing appreciation when the right thing has been done.
Okay. We have someone on the line this morning. Hello, good morning to you.
Good morning, Mike.
Yes, good morning.
Yes, I had the commissioner saying.
What's your name, please? Your name first. Your name.
Emenike from Isukwata, please. Sorry.
You're welcome, eBay.
Good. He said Abia State has been coming first in the WAEC exam for the past 4 years. Please, let them eliminate the miracle exam centers in Abia State. There are a lot of them, miracle exam centers. When they eliminate them, they will know the true position of Abia State in terms of WAEC exams. Thank you very much.
Let me tell you the true position. The true position is that Abia students competed internationally and they came first. My in-law, who is schooling in America currently, passed through a public school at Abia, in Obo Hill, Abia, and he is a valedictorian. In fact, in that particular institution, 3 Nigerian students came first, second, and third. Of the 3, 2 of them are from Abia State. They passed through our public school system. The 2 of them are from Abreba in Ohafia local government, where I come from. Now, aside from that, our students have competed globally, and we have seen them winning, even locally, back to back for many years. Abia students have won Wolo Soyinka Literary Awards. Let me tell you, our students are the best.
Okay.
Our school system remains unmatched. If you think that there are issues with our school system, can I also ask you, those issues, don't they exist in other states? Because I know that most of the time people travel to Benin to attend miracle centers. They travel to other states. Let me not start naming states. We've heard about them having accidents where they are going to miracle centers. Why are those other states not coming first? You see, you people don't like any good thing that is happening in your state.
Okay.
If people travel to other states from this state, it means that for whatever reason, the system is working here, they are unable to access miracle centers.
So we cannot tie the success made in the WAEC to miracle centers.
It is disingenuous and unconscionable to do that.
All right, Honorable Commissioner, the council also commended the Minister of Finance, according to what you read out, for stabilizing salary payment. I would like to take you on that and ask more questions.
Please go ahead.
How exactly has the Abia State government stabilized the salary payment, and also update on the pensioners and also some of the ailing parastatals before we wrap up things here this morning, sir?
We are paying our workers on or before the 28th of every month. We are also paying subventions regularly to all parastatals in Abia State. Indeed, we are now paying pensioners monthly, even though we have past outstandings due to them. But every month, pensioners receive at least 1 month. I sat down with the executives of Nigerian Union of Pensioners last week. They applauded the new regime of pension payment. In the coming days, they will again meet with the Commissioner for Finance, to work out areas, ways to isolate rogue pensioners. What I mean by rogue pensioners are those who are in the pension basket illegally. So there are traders who have never worked that are receiving pension.
So we have, can I say we have ghost pensioners?
We have ghost pensioners, if you want to call them ghosts, but we will catch the ghost. This time, not only will we catch the ghost, we will catch the ghost in Afara prison.
Okay, so as it stands now, you're saying the NUP, that's the Nigerian Union of Pensioners in Abia State, commended the state government for the stability.
For stabilizing the pension. Okay. You see, let's be fair to them. It's what they have always asked for. They've always said, when you are paying MDS also pay us every month. It is what we have been practicing in the Ministry of Information. When our BCA staff receive salary, the pensioners receive at the same time. So they saw the BCA model as being excellent. And they have been asking us as a government to do the same thing for them. I am telling you that Dr. Hamuko has ensured that that vision of the governor has been given life. Dr. Hamuko is a hardworking commissioner for finance. He is not yet satisfied. He is still putting systems in place to make sure that what we are doing now is sustainable even after 2023.
Okay.
And that is the kind of people that Governor Bazo hired.
All right.
To support his administration.
Honorable Commissioner for Information in Abia State, thank you very much for being part of the program and also for responding to some of the issues this morning. But sir, when you are asking that the state government is yet to issue a statement on the invitation of a former governor in the state by the EFCC.
There are two things about that. Number one, we have a policy as a government not to comment on ongoing investigation by constitutionally empowered agencies of the state. When my friend, the former commissioner for finance, Obino Liako, and 3 others from the Ministry of Finance, when they were arrested, did we issue any statement? All we said was, go and clear your name. Because we understand that these agencies are empowered by law to look into those things. Okay. In the instant case, this current state government is aware that what was published in newspapers did not come from EFCC, but rather that was a requesting petition. They passed off the petition as if it was coming from EFCC. And we've looked through it. There is nothing to write about. There is nothing to issue a statement on. We are confident that those involved will clear their names if invited. In any case, the matter is not even in court. It is when somebody goes to court that you will see the full details of the matter. Anybody can go to the media and try to execute media trial. It is only when they sue, if at all is taken to the court, that you will know the truth. For those who are jumping about, sponsoring protests, trying to overwhelm the security in the state and outside, we say to them, shame on you.
Okay.
Shame on you that there was an election in 2019 and a senator who was undergoing trial was voted for. And none of you protested, and Abia North senatorial seat is now in Kuje prison.
All right.
Shame on you that your principals. Shame on you that your principals are undergoing active EFCC.
That's to the extreme, Honorable Commissioner. That's to the extreme, Honorable Commissioner.
No, it is a shame.
Thank you very much for being part of the program this morning, Honorable Commissioner for
At Flow 94.9 FM, we've got conducive and well-secured environment for business, high-tech video studio, a state-of-the-art production studio. You can also listen live on www.flow949fm.com and watch our videos on YouTube at Flow FM TV. Flow 94.9 FM, not just radio, but a complete broadcasting house.